The way you begin shapes everything, though most people pass through the morning without understanding the quiet power held in those first few moments. It is easy to believe that a day starts when you walk out your door, check your messages, or dive into your responsibilities. But the truth is, your day begins much earlier, in the silence before your mind is crowded, in the breath before your thoughts start racing, in the posture of your body as you rise. The beginning is not marked by action, it is marked by intention. Whether you carry calm or chaos into your day depends entirely on how you choose to meet those early moments. Most of life unfolds not through grand decisions, but through small, almost invisible choices repeated again and again. The way you wake up, the first thoughts you allow into your mind, the energy you bring into your body, these shape the direction of your entire day, like the first step sets the rhythm for a journey. It's often said that how you do anything is how you do everything, and nowhere is this more true than in the way you begin. A mind that wakes with awareness creates a day shaped by focus, discipline, and purpose. A mind that wakes in haste, lost in distraction, invites the same confusion and restlessness into every task that follows. Think of water flowing down a mountain. At the very top, it takes the shape of small streams, barely noticeable, easy to redirect. But once the water gathers momentum, carving its path, its direction becomes almost impossible to change. So too is the pattern of your day. At the start, your mind is still pliable, your emotions not yet set in motion. If you guide yourself with calm intention, then the flow that follows is steady, strong, and purposeful. But if you allow your mind to be pulled immediately by distraction, fear, or noise, you are swept along a current that is difficult to escape for the rest of the day. The beginning is not just about waking up. It is about aligning your mind and body before the world demands your attention. The breath you take, the way you sit, the thoughts you entertain in those first few minutes, they build your foundation. And like any structure, the strength of what you build depends entirely on the stability of the foundation beneath it. Without awareness, your day becomes reactive. You respond to problems, people, and events without clarity. But when you begin with awareness, you lead your day instead of chasing after it. It is often overlooked how deeply your physical state influences your mental state. The body and mind are not separate, they move together. If you start your morning slouched, rushed, shallow in your breathing, you teach your mind to follow that same tension. But when you rise with steady breath, shoulders relaxed, movements intentional, your mind understands. It is time to meet the day with control and presence. Your posture becomes your first lesson in discipline, your first act of preparation for the challenges ahead. The beginning is also your reminder of choice. You cannot control the world outside, what people say, what events unfold, the obstacles that appear, but you can always control how you begin. You can choose stillness over hurry, reflection over reaction, purpose over mindlessness. These choices may seem small, but their impact is enormous. Each morning is a quiet agreement you make with yourself to rise with awareness or to drift in distraction. Many people wonder why their days feel repetitive, why progress feels distant, why peace feels fragile. Often, the answer is hidden in their mornings. A life lived without mindful beginnings is a life always chasing stability. But those who learn to respect the start of their day carry an invisible strength with them, an inner anchor that holds steady even as the world shifts. They have trained themselves to set their direction before stepping outside, to shape their mind before the world shapes it for them. The way you begin is not just about productivity or checking tasks off a list. It is about setting your internal environment before the external environment has its say. It is an act of responsibility to yourself, an understanding that greatness, peace, and clarity do not arrive by accident. They are built through small, disciplined rituals repeated daily, beginning with the first breath of the morning. There is wisdom in noticing that nature never rushes to begin its day. The sun does not explode into the sky. It rises slowly, steadily, illuminating the world with patience. The trees do not sprout overnight. They grow in silence, rooted deeply before they stretch upwards. You, too, are part of this rhythm. When you align your beginning with patience, awareness, and calm, you mirror the same steady force seen in all of life's most resilient forms. It is tempting to believe you can begin in chaos and find peace later. But peace, like strength, is cultivated from the start. It is woven into your morning breath, your stillness, your early thoughts. You carry it with you, or you leave it behind. The beginning shapes the mind shapes your actions, and your actions shape your day. One builds upon the other. When you master the beginning, you quietly master the rest. The mind, left unchecked, can become the heaviest burden a person carries. It creates walls where there are none, invents fears from shadows, and traps even the strongest in cycles of doubt, hesitation, and limitation. But that same mind, when guided with awareness, discipline, and clarity, transforms into the sharpest weapon a person possesses. It carves paths through uncertainty, strengthens resolve in the face of obstacles, and reveals opportunities hidden to those still imprisoned by their thoughts. The truth is simple yet often forgotten. Your mind is either your weapon or your cage, and which one it becomes is entirely your choice. Many live each day unaware that they have surrendered to their own mental barriers. They wake up already confined by thoughts of insufficiency, worry, or the belief that circumstances control them. They are caged not by the world outside, but by the patterns within. And the most dangerous cage is the one you cannot see, the mental walls built quietly through years of doubt, comparison, and fear disguised as logic. But it does not have to be this way. You hold the key to that cage. You hold the tools to sharpen your mind into a weapon of clarity, purpose, and strength. This begins with awareness, the willingness to observe your thoughts without being ruled by them, to question the stories you tell yourself when doubt arises, to replace limitation with discipline and confusion with steady reflection. There is immense power in realizing that your mind, when trained, becomes the very instrument that defends your peace, builds your resilience, and keeps you anchored when life grows unpredictable. A sharpened mind does not eliminate challenge. It allows you to meet challenge with wisdom instead of fear. It reminds you that fear is often imagination distorted, that failure is often growth misunderstood, and that your potential stretches far beyond the mental limits you once believed were permanent. The greatest strength is quiet, disciplined thought, the ability to hold your mind steady when the world pushes you to react, the patience to reflect rather than be consumed by emotion, the discipline to choose growth over comfort, awareness over mindlessness. These qualities do not appear overnight, but they are built day by day, moment by moment, through how you guide your mind. Many seek to change their surroundings, their situations, or the people around them, believing these external changes will free them. But the most profound freedom comes when you first free your mind, when you dismantle the invisible cage of fear, doubt, and distraction, and replace it with structure, focus, and unwavering purpose. In doing so, the same mind that once confined you becomes your greatest source of strength, The most disciplined warriors, the most resilient minds, were not born free of fear or limitation. They simply refused to let those limitations define them. They understood that the mind is either a cage or a weapon, and they chose to sharpen it daily. So should you. Your mind will shape your life. It will either build walls that hold you back or pathways that move you forward. Train it, master it. Let your thoughts serve your growth, not imprison your potential. In doing so, you transform your mind from your greatest obstacle into your most powerful ally. The choice every day is yours.